Hey, I'm JD. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe. Please hit like. And I've got a co-pilot today, and that's Sandy Beach, my co-pilot, Sandy Beach. And today we're flying an H160 executive Airbus helicopter, and I've got a cold and dark start happening here. I'm in Southport, Manitoba, also known as Portage la Prairie. This is where the Canadian Air Force has their training center. And a big shout out to both Bill and Peter. I'm using first names only today. Both of those gentlemen are professional pilots, have spent their career flying. So I'm going to do a cold start on the aircraft and pull out my electronic flight bag, and my documentation is right here. So I got my checklist, cold and dark checklist right there, and first thing I've got to do is turn on the batteries, the generators, the for 1 and 2, the FMS, the DCU power unit, and all that wonderful stuff. So let's get up here and turn on my batteries. And I'm using the Tobii eye tracker here, so it watches my eyes as well as my head movement. It's a little iffy sometimes, so if there's too much glare or something, sometimes it won't like that. So turn that on. I'm going to go over to my Rad-Alt 1, Rad-Alt 2, FMS 1, FMS 2. I can do a auxiliary pump check. So I can turn on my auxiliary pump here. And what else do I want to do here? I want to turn on my emergency generator, and I want my DC power unit on. So, and then we're just going to step out of the aircraft for a second. And this is what the aircraft looks like. It is a thing of beauty. So I have nobody working here today to get rid of me, but here we are. Got a couple of aircraft that are ready to fly out. I see some training aircraft over there. I see some hangars. So I think that Bill and Peter can tell me what these hangars are, which hangars these are in Southport. And from here, I don't think I can see the officer's mess. Maybe that's it way over there. So there we go. Let's jump back into the aircraft and get the engines going here. So I want to go down here and make sure I've got my train avoidance warning system. I'm going to mute that so it doesn't bother me, and turn off my collision system, my ACAS. And I want to turn on my trim, leave the auto trim on, much easier to fly the aircraft. And my autopilot 1 and 2, I want to turn those on as well, and I'll put a map on here like that, and I'm going to acknowledge some warnings I've got here, and let's put a few pounds on for the passengers. I'm not sure how much weight I've got on board, but I'm sure it's more than 50 pounds. So I think I've probably got, I won't go 470, I'll go 370 kilograms of weight, and my crew 155. My float bags are on automatic, I believe. My floats are off, so I'll put them on auto. That's fine, and that's all good. All right, so I won't bother with the lighting on the console, and let's check to make sure my controls are working here. Yeah, pedals are working, stick's working, we're good. And I've got, there we go, the collective's okay. We're good. And let me just, I've checked all this, and now I'm going to go to page 2. There's page 2. All right, so we want to put engine 1 or 2 on idle, so I'm going to put engine 1 on idle, and then we're going to step out of the aircraft for a second. It's a bit jittery here with the eye tracker, and let's look at those blades turn. That's a thing of beauty. And there we go. Passengers are all getting excited about this. This is a 5 rotor blade aircraft, making it more stable than the 4 rotor blade aircraft. Obviously, it's 2 engines on this aircraft, and it's made by Airbus, the Airbus H160. I'm hearing it's a very beautiful aircraft to fly. So that's engine 1 is on. I'm going to look at monitor my N1 and my output temperature and torque. Everything seems to be good here. 90, 70, 40, that's good. I'm I'm at 68 for my rotor speed. Everything is good there, so let me fly, throw the engine 2 on here, on idle. And now engine 2 is on idle. I should be seeing some of the values picking up here. So my N1 is up to 15%. My torque should be picking up soon on that. TOT is good. Yeah, all that's good. That's my engine 2. Now I can get rid of my start cart here, my DC ground power unit. I'm jumping all over the place with my head. My emergency generator should be on, which it is, so we're good there. And I'm very close to going into flight mode here. Yeah, that's good, that's good. GPU's off. Flight's good. I'm picking up torque on engine 2. I'm going to wait till the torque's up a bit on the engine. Let's open the door and have a look outside for a sec. And you'll see what the door looks like. There we are. That's the side door of the aircraft. Right there. I close that door. I can also open the other doors on the aircraft, but no need to do that. So let me just jump back in again. And I think I can go into flight mode now. I'm just going to set both these to map so that Sandy Beaches can also see the map. And I'm going to go into flight mode now on the aircraft. What do we got here? N1, it's 81%. My torque is rising here. 15. So I think I'm good. Got a few yellow messages here, but that's fine. Door's open. Let me just close that door. Mute. Startup. Test OK. Alright, so we're good for startup. So I'm just going to flip this thing into flight mode here. And the rotor brake's over here, and that's off. So, and my co-pilot did absolutely nothing. But that's fine. Now, I could taxi right now, but I think we're just going to take off. I'm going to put this in map mode and have a look. I think I clicked the button still a bit too fast there. Let's go into map mode. I'm also going to do an auto hover, so I want to set this up so when I get off the ground I can auto hover. So let's just take off. And I've got it on auto hover right now. I could probably get that up off the ground a bit more before I put the height on here. Let me just bring it up just a bit more here. And that's good right there. Alright, and I can beep that up. I can actually go up and down and beep that up. I can also put an altitude for that as well and just raise my altitude that way. So we're going to jump out of the aircraft for a second. Let me just rotate here a bit so you can see the here's where I'm hovering. I'm in auto hover mode right now. My torque's fine. My rotor speed's 102, which is not bad. There's some aircraft, and you guys can tell me what these buildings are here. And I'm just going to step out of the aircraft for a second, and let's lower the landing gear or tuck the landing gear in. I've got a button mapped here on my Warthog throttle. So I've got a very high-end system here with the Warthog throttle and stick. And there's the landing gear getting tucked in there nicely. And I can jump back in the aircraft now. I can look around if I want. Just go like this and then go up a bit. There we go. And let me just jump in the aircraft now, and I'm going to go into map mode, so I can just click down here on the and there's map mode. So there's Portage La Prairie, and I think I'm just going to do a quick flyby here. My landing gear are up, so I think I can disengage my autopilot. Alright, now let's fly around a little bit. I put the auto hover back on again, but I'm going to turn that off. And I got that bus waiting for me down below, so so let me just turn the map back on here, and that's where we are, and you guys can tell me what these buildings are. Is this an accurate representation of Southport? This is what I really want to know. And I've got a building over here. Maybe that's my air traffic control. I don't think so. It's not the tower, so it's just another building, I think. So again, shout out to Bill and Peter, and there's Southport. There's some more buildings over here. Maybe this is not mapped completely accurately, because there would likely be more buildings here than you're seeing right now, so I'm just slowing down a bit here. Yeah, I gotta watch that I don't slow down too much.
Check power.
Those are the buildings right there. Look out the window. So there we go. So that's Southport. I did a cold start here in Southport, and that should be about enough. And you guys can let me know which buildings are which. So there we go. Just a quick look at everything there. And let's just fly here, and I obviously made a mistake because I cannot see a tower, but I'm going to buzz the building and call it a day.
Warning, terrain.
I'm sure Peter's done this many times. Probably crash, but I wanted to bleed off a ton of power here, so I just land it.
Check power. Caution, terrain.
Lower my landing gear. And take the aircraft down.
Caution, terrain.
Keeping a really close eye on my descent rate. I think I'll get rid of my tablet.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain.
There we go. On the ground, not perfect, but good enough for now. So I'm JD again, so thanks for watching my channel. And this is one gorgeous aircraft. And we'll see you next time.